So, you want to play some Warhammer? Looks like you're gonna need some data cards and some rules. Hello everyone, my name is Greg and you're watching Plus One to Hit. In the last video, we went over how to make your very own mini codexes at home to use in your games of the 10th edition of Warhammer 40,000. These little guys have all the rules and stratagems you need to play your favorite army. So if you haven't watched that video yet, pop on over and add that to the list as well. And I just have to say, the amount of attention and support that you guys have given that video has been insane. The amount of views, new subscribers, and comments you guys have given me is absolutely wild. I never thought my little arts and crafts Warhammer project would have garnered this much attention. It's incredibly humbling, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for all of your support. But I know you're not here to listen to me talk this whole time, you're here for these. These little data cards are the newest thing to come to the 10th edition of Warhammer, and they feature all the rules and stats you need for each individual unit in your army. They're very handy to have, and they make finding the information you need in the middle of your games very nice, quick, and convenient. So naturally, I went overboard and formatted every single data card in Warhammer so that you can print them yourself at home in the perfect, most convenient size. Come on, I'll show you how to do it. Just like in the last video, you're going to head down to the description below and click on the link that will take you to the Google folder that has all the documents you need ready and available. Once you're there, you'll find a folder that has all the data cards for the game, as well as a folder that has all the mini codexes from the last episode. From here, you're going to find the army you want, and you're going to download their data cards. For this example, we're going to use the unstoppable armies of the Astra Militarum.
The Astra Miller what now? Back in my day, we just called them the Imperial Guard!
Once you've downloaded the PDF, you can open it up and take a look inside. I've formatted all the data cards in such a way that 2 of them can fit on a single page, with the next page following it having the back sides of both the cards. If printed double-sided, this will only use 1 sheet of paper for 2 data cards with the information on the front and the back. For this example, I want to print the data cards for Acadian Command Squad, some Cadian Shock Troops, Leman Russ Battle Tanks, and a Field Ordnance Battery. You're going to want to take a stroll through the PDF to find the units you want to print. Once you've found them, you want to make a note of the page number that the cards are found on, as well as the page number for the back side of them. Now this next step might be a little different for everyone depending on what printing software your computer has, but they should all still follow the same general steps. You're going to want to click the print button as if we're going to print the entire PDF. But don't worry, we're just going to go to this Pages option and just enter the page numbers that we want printed. Once you have your page numbers in, that's it, you just hit print and you're done. But if you're like me and you don't have a printer at home, you can simply export this as a new PDF. This way you can just put that new mini PDF on a USB stick and bring it to your local office store and have them print that for you. Now I do realize this means that some of the pages you print might have data cards that you're not interested in. I decided to format my data cards in the way I did because it simply provides the fastest route to just cutting out your cards and playing with them right away without using too much time or effort. And if we're being honest here, we're all Warhammer players, and chances are we'll be buying new models as the future goes, so we might end up using those data cards later down the road anyway. All these data cards print excellently on regular paper, but if you're feeling fancy like I did, I opted to have these printed on 65-pound cardstock from my local office store. This thicker paper makes them higher quality and makes them feel like an actual card, but it is by no means a necessary step. And once you have them, all you have to do is cut them out with whatever method you choose. And just like that, Warhammer data cards. I did a bunch of testing when I was formatting these, and I think I arrived at the perfect size for these cards. They're small enough that they don't take too much space on the table, while remaining large enough that the text is quick and easy to read. These are super quick to make yourself at home and require very little time or effort. Just snag the cards you want, print them off, and cut them out. Well, now you've got your data cards and your mini codexes from the last episode, so you have everything you need to play games of Warhammer 40,000. But I have one more gift for you guys. How about a quick start rules guide, complete with all the steps and phases of the game, the keywords on your data cards, and the universal stratagems for both players to use. This guide is even easier to make than all the other projects before. Just print them out on 2 pieces of paper, double-sided, and staple it together. Now again, if you're like me and you opted for the thicker cardstock for a more professional feel, you might have to do just one more step to make this fold nicely. This step is totally optional, but it will guarantee you a nice straight center fold down the booklet. Since the thicker cardstock is more difficult to fold than regular paper, we're going to lightly score the paper to give us a nice straight edge. You're going to want to find the front cover of the book and flip it over so that we're working on the right edge of the first page. Using a ruler or some other kind of straight edge, you're going to use a knife or a pair of scissors to lightly score the paper right down the middle of the outside border. The goal here is not to cut all the way through the paper, but just to lightly scratch a line down the middle of it. We're also not scoring it completely down the entire length. You're going to want to leave about ½ inch of unscored paper at the top and the bottom of the book. From there, you just want to cut the white border off the page and staple it together. And then once it's done, that lightly scored line will let us really easily fold that first page over so the book lays completely flat once it's open. So there you have it, guys. Everything you need to play the 10th edition of Warhammer 40,000. Mini codexes, data cards, and quick start rules. Again, all of these are available for you completely for free down in the description below. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I can't thank you enough again for all the support you've been showing me. My name is Greg, and this has been +1... Oh no.